Hello students, how are you? Hope you will be fine and regularly observing our previous classes. Let us continue with types or different categories of commerce. If you remember, the commerce was divided into two parts. One was trade and other one was auxiliaries to trade or aids to trade. I have cleared the meaning of trade earlier also, that it is buying and selling of goods. It is not the same as business. Business is much wider than the trade. Trade is concerned with buying and selling of goods. Trade can be divided into two parts. One is internal, other one is external. Or we can say it home trade and foreign trade. So these are the general topics. We will not devote too much time on it. Internal trade, that means which is operated or which is concerned with the buying and selling of goods where within the geographical boundaries of a country. The point here important is within the geographical boundaries. Now within the geographical boundaries, two kinds of trade is being done. One is wholesale trade and other one is retail trade. What is wholesale trade? Wholesale trade, when a person buys in large quantities from the producer and sells it to the retailer, it is called a wholesale trade. Or when the goods are sold in comparatively smaller quantities for the final consumption to the consumer, it is referred as retail trade. Next, external or foreign trade. By the name we can know it. External or foreign trade is that which is operating in more than two countries. Means if India and USA, they are doing trade, India and Japan, they are buying and selling something, it would be called external or foreign trade. External or foreign trade can be of three parts or can be of three types. One is import trade, other one is export trade, and another one is anti-import trade. Import trade is when India is buying something from Japan, from USA, and when India is selling something to Japan, it is known as export trade, and when the India is buying something from Japan, it is known as import trade. Now, what is anti-import trade? Anti-import trade is a trade when one country buy the goods for selling it to other countries. That means when the goods are imported for export. Suppose I am in such geographical location, I am located in such geographical location that I can't buy the goods from the particular country. I ask the other country buy it for me, and that other country will sell it to me. Suppose Nigeria buys something from Taiwan and sells it to India. It will be anti-import for the Nigeria. Next, auxiliaries to trade. This we have studied in detail earlier, but are in the form of tertiary industries. The tertiary industries as a whole auxiliaries to trade as a whole can be explained as a part of tertiary industry. So tertiary industries are those industries which are assisting to trade. That means transport, insurance, banking. So these are some auxiliaries to trade. Let us study about some auxiliaries to trade again. That first one is transport and communication. Students, I have earlier told to you that goods are produced at a particular place and consumed in throughout the India or the other countries. So a consumer is not going there where the goods are being produced, but he is how the goods are being reached to him. The goods are being reached to him through transport or transport. If transport is there, then communication is helpful in transporting goods from one place to another place. Suppose I from Haryana messaged to one of trader of Assam that please send this much petis of tea for the sale purpose. So this is the role of communication. So transport, in this way, transport and communication helps to the trade. Imagine a situation when transport is not there, when the communication is not there, then you will not be able to get the goods. In the same way, next one is banking and finance. Can you imagine a business which is going on with the help of banks and other institutions? So while starting a business, or when we start, or as well as when we continue our business, it is not possible that our business will do solely without the help of banking industries. So generally banks, they provide us loan in the form of cash credits, in the form of short-term loans, in the form of overdrafts. All these terms I have used here is technical terms which we study later, but this time you can just have it in mind that these are the short-term loans. As well as banks provide us checks, remittance facility, discounting of bills, etc. Or when we do the international trade or foreign trade, then us to convert the foreign currency into Indian. In the same way, insurance, when the goods are moving from one place to another place, then the risk is there. When the employees, when the workers, they are working in factory, there might be some risk of injury or any other. So we can cover this risk via insurance by paying a nominal amount of premium. Next is warehousing. अब आजकल के दिन wheat प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, बट इसकी कंजम्पशन थ्रू आउट द ईयर है. अब what will happen? The wheat which is being sold by the traders this time, it will be okay. Rest will be stored in the godowns. So warehousing activity help us to maintain the prices also. ऐसा नहीं कि आज की डेट में wheat की क्वांटिटी बहुत ज्यादा अवेलेबल है तो it would be sold by at the lesser prices, लेकिन in the month of October, November the wheat will not be produced और गवर्नमेंट के पास या मार्केट में wheat होगी नहीं तो हायर रेट्स चार्ज हो जाएंगे. नो, warehousing helps us to maintain a reasonable price as well as supply of goods. The last one is advertising. So students, you are regularly observing the various advertisements. Sometimes, or why should I say sometimes? Generally, we get the information that this product is available in the market. How? Through the advertisements. Thank you.